What is softest in the world overcomes what is hardest in the world. What has no form can penetrate where there is no gap. From here, we understand the value of Wu Wei. In a world spinning faster than each breath we take, where everything is measured by speed, efficiency, and achievement, there remains an ancient whisper, a whisper that does not shout, it does not compete, it only invites, gentle like a breeze, persistent like water carving stone. That whisper bears the name Lao Tzu. Perhaps he was a real man, perhaps a symbol of ancient wisdom. What is certain is this: he left behind a thin book, the Tao Te Ching, small in size, vast in depth. Every time we open it, we see ourselves reflected back. At the center of this book lies the concept of Wu Wei. Wu Wei does not mean doing nothing. Wu Wei means not forcing. It is action without going against nature. It is doing at the right time, in the right measure, in the right way, and stopping at the right place. Imagine a stream flowing past rocks. It does not smash through. It simply finds a way, slipping around, patient, unhurried. And time, the silent ally, grants victory to the soft. Look at the clouds. No one sees clouds trying. They simply are. Yet clouds bring shade, bring rain, nourish entire fields. In sports, they call this state flow. When athletes are no longer trying harder, but are immersed in the game, body, mind, and moment become one. The hand of the ego stops pulling strings. No more nagging voice asking, "Am I good enough yet?" There is only doing, without forcing. That is Wu Wei, action born from stillness, movement arising from inner calm, doing as though not doing, because the act does not impose hardness, it unlocks. But why is it so hard for us to live this way? Because we grow up in a culture of control. Control over results, over others, even over our own emotions. We are taught, the more you strain, the more you win. And yes, sometimes straining gets us a quick result, but soon we are exhausted. The cost of speed is clarity, warmth, and inner freedom. Do you notice? The more you cling to a relationship, the more it slips away. The more you force yourself to sleep, the wider your eyes stay open. The more you pretend to be strong, the more tired you feel inside. Wu Wei does not mean neglect. Wu Wei teaches us to release the unnecessary, release tension, release control, release self-judgment. When the fog lifts, the right action appears on its own. A light gesture, a word just enough, a knowing glance without explanation. There is a subtle but vital difference. Willpower is not the same as rigidity. Discipline is not the same as harshness. Dedication is not the same as obsession. Willpower is pure energy. Rigidity is a clenched fist turning white. Discipline is rhythmic order. Harshness is the whip that wounds. Dedication is tending the tree at the right time, with the right water. Obsession is drowning the roots. Wu Wei invites us to trade forcing for flowing, pushing for placing things rightly. When the ego steps back, the Tao steps forward. When the mind grows quieter, the heart speaks the language of nature. You do not need to prove. You only need to align. You do not need to shout into the wind. You only need the right frequency. And it all begins with a single breath. Gentle, long, deep. Inhale. Invite life. Exhale. Release the strain. There, you touch the quiet. And from that quiet, action arises, natural as green leaves when spring arrives. The Tao that can be spoken is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. Words, though beautiful, are frames, and whatever enters a frame must be cut somewhere. The Tao, the boundless unfolding of life, does not fit into any frame. So we must not only understand the Tao, we must live with it. To live with the Tao is to be shaped by nature, not to resist it. Nature is not only mountains, rivers, forests, and seas. Nature is also the nature within you, your heartbeat, your breath, your intuition, your ability to listen. Look at the four seasons: spring, summer, autumn, winter. No season tries to become another. The wind does not resist the clouds. The rain does not envy the sun. Each does its part in its own time. That is the gentle order of the universe. Life is like a river. You can swim upstream for a while to build strength. But if you keep fighting the current, you will drown. Control is the same. In the right moment, it protects. But if you grip it always, it suffocates. We want to control others, make them think like us, love us the way we want. We want to control emotions, never to feel sad, never to feel anxious. We want to control outcomes, every plan to unfold exactly as drawn. But life replies gently. You cannot schedule the heart to love. You cannot command a wound to heal faster. You cannot guarantee tomorrow will match your plan. Not because you are weak, but because life is not a machine. It is a delicate web of countless causes and conditions where your will is just one thread, important but not all. So what should we do? Lao Tzu says, let go. Let the Tao lead. Letting go is not giving up. Letting go is freeing what does not belong to us. It is doing your part and leaving the rest to the flow. Learn from nature. The tree does not pull its leaves to bloom. It feeds its roots. The river does not smash the rocks. It finds its path. The clouds do not compete with each other. They drift and pass. There is an ancient story that brings this lesson alive. The story of Cook Ding in Zhuangzi. At first, Ding cut meat like everyone else, with force, seeing the whole ox as a problem. After 3 years, he no longer saw the ox. He saw the spaces between bone and sinew. His knife never met resistance. It glided effortlessly. When asked his secret, he said, I follow the Tao. This story is not about knives, it is about the mind. When we see life as a block of problems, we use force. When we see the spaces, the openings, the rhythms, we use the path. And the path always exists if we quiet down enough to notice. This is the subtle shift. From forcing to aligning, from opposing to harmonizing, from solving to dissolving. You will notice many knots untie themselves when you stop pulling so tight. The lump in your throat loosens when you admit you are nervous. Anger weakens when you name it without suppressing, without acting. The other person softens when they are heard, not fixed. The Tao does not deny action. It only reminds us to put action in its rightful place. Action is the result, not the source. The source is the state of being. Calm, spacious, clear. From there, action is enough, not too much, not too little. The highest goodness is like water. Water benefits all things and does not contend. Water is the master. It does not choose high places. It seeks the low. It does not boast. It does not declare. Yet it is everywhere, nourishing all. Water is soft, yet it carves stone. Water is formless, yet it holds all forms. Water does not compete, yet it sustains life. If you want to understand Wu Wei, look at water. When it meets a rock, it does not smash, it flows around. When it meets a cliff, it waits, drop by drop. When it finds a crack, it slips through. When height calls, it falls, powerful, at the right time. Life is the same. Sometimes you must fall like a waterfall, decisive, quick, bold. But most of the time, what you need is to flow, steady, patient, nourishing. A lasting career is built on quiet, consistent habits, not storms of a few sleepless nights. And here lies the paradox. Effort is good, but misguided effort destroys. Wise effort, placing energy in the right spot at the right moment. Blind effort, pressing harder when the moment calls for release. Look at artists in deep inspiration. Their fingers are not straining. They are receiving. They are not playing the music. They let music play through them. Top athletes do not calculate every inch. They see the opening before the muscle counts. Great leaders do not force compliance. They place people rightly, creating an environment where talent blooms. The pattern is the same. Soft but not weak. Soft to harmonize, not weak to give up. Soft to listen, not weak to avoid action. Soft guided by understanding, hard guided only by fear. Soft travels far. Hard wins one battle and grows weary. When we hear let go, we fear it means quitting. But letting go is not quitting. Quitting is empty of heart. Letting go is full of heart. Letting go means dropping what is false to keep what is true. Letting go means returning burdens that were never yours so you can carry fully what is. At the edges of East and West, there is a meeting. Stoics say amor fati, love your fate. Not surrender, but embrace what comes and use it as material for growth. Lao Tzu says follow the Tao. The Stoics say follow nature. Both remind us, do not fight the greater flow. Ride it. So in today's tense rhythm, how do we bring water into our days? In work. Instead of controlling every detail, set clear principles and boundaries, then empower. Watch the flow of the project. Is it blocked by people, by process, or by unclear goals? Remove the blockage. Don't add more force. In relationships, fix less. Listen more. Ask open questions instead of handing down judgments. When anger pours out, don't fight back with logic. Let emotions pass. When the waves calm, you meet each other. In health, rest is part of training. Sleep is part of doing. Muscles grow in relaxation, not in torture. In creativity, make space. An hour's purposeless walk may unlock more than 10 hours at a screen. Ideas are like birds. The more you chase, the farther they fly. The quieter you are, the sooner they land. When you are willing to go slower but deeper, strangely, life takes you further, more steadily. Beautiful philosophy is useless if it does not enter our muscles daily. Here is a light, practical path. Short, gentle, consistent, for training soft strength. 1. 3 beats. Acknowledge, observe, ease. Acknowledge. Name what is happening in you without judgment. My shoulders are tight. I fear being criticized. I want to control them. Just name. Observe. Notice where the blockage is. Is it missing information, weak boundaries, clinging to old scripts? Ease. Choose the smallest move now to release it. A clear appointment. A question instead of judgment. An email to gather info. A 60-second deep breath. Repeat often. This is micro Wu Wei. No grand surgery. Just small, precise needles. 2. 4 no's to keep rhythm. No forcing. When you feel pressure rising, pause 10 seconds. No rushing. Choose right before fast. No judgment. Shift. Why so stupid into what led to this? No giving up. Let go of old methods, not the goal. 3. The 1% soft technique. Each day, choose one place to soften by 1%. A gentler tone, a simpler email, a clearer goal, a slower step. In 30 days, 1% times 30 is no longer small. You are a different person. Lighter. Stronger. 4. 5 minutes of flow. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Close your eyes. Breathe naturally. Imagine cool water flowing through your tightest spot. Shoulders, chest, belly. Don't push. Don't pull. Just let it pass. When the bell rings, open your eyes and do the first thing you know is right. No need for perfect. Repeat whenever you feel strung like a bow. The 7-day Wu Wei challenge. Day 1. Clear space. Drop 3 small distractions. Browser tabs, notifications, useless, appointments. Day 2. Conscious breathing. 3 times a day, 6 breaths each. Inhale 4 seconds. Hold 2 seconds. Exhale 6 seconds. Day 3. 1 task enough. Pick the most important task. Focus 45 to 60 minutes. Stop when enough. Day 4, deep listening. One conversation only to listen. Ask 3 open questions, no fixing. Day 5, aimless walk. 20 to 30 minutes. No podcast, no phone, just steps and sights. Day 6, 10 lines free write, unedited, uncensored. Let thoughts flow like water. Day 7, water and gratitude. At a sink, whisper thanks for 3 things today. End the week with 1 light decision you've avoided. You will be surprised. Small changes bowing to the Tao bear greater fruit than dramatic struggles against it. 6. Context applications. Stuck in creativity? Change your environment for 15 minutes. Ask, what is the simplest step I can take now? Make a bad draft. Beauty comes later. In conflict, change. Who's right to what do we both want? Find the smallest common ground. Test 1 step in 48 hours. Fear of failure? Allow cheap mistakes. Small, fast, affordable. Learn, move on. Exhaustion. Rest as if rest is a task. Name 3 things you won't do today. Accept it. Tempted to quit, recall your deeper why. If it's still true, change method, not mission. If it's no longer true, let go, with gratitude. Ending, live like water, act without forcing. Perhaps the greatest lesson from Lao Tzu, from water, from cooking, from the seasons is this. Letting go is not letting fall. Letting go is releasing what is not yours, so you can hold fully what is. Not acting is not doing nothing. It is not adding the wrong force to the right work. Wu Wei does not tell you to lie still. It teaches you to stand where the natural lever lifts you. If you are weary from swimming upstream, try floating on your back. Let the water hold you. When you stop resisting, the water shows you your way. If you are stuck in a relationship, stop fixing the other. Fix your listening, your boundaries, your breathing. Often when one changes, the relationship shifts. If you are afraid, name your fear as you would greet an old friend. I see you. You are here with me, but I will walk with the Tao. Then take 1 step, just 1. Enough. And if these words touch you, I ask you to share. Not to grow this channel, but because somewhere, a tired heart may need a whisper. You don't have to strain anymore. Thank you for walking with me to the end of this journey. Live. Don't hesitate. When it's time to act, act. When it's time to stop, stop. When it's unclear, breathe. And when the flow invites, flow. If Lao Tzu's wisdom has stirred something within you, please like, share, and subscribe so we may continue walking together in the next videos, learning to be soft yet strong, slow yet deep, light yet enduring. See you soon on a near day, under the wide sky, beside a quiet stream. And within all the sounds, we hear the whisper of the Tao.